Welcome, my name is Cormac and welcome to my tutorial on the Real-Time Customizer. The Real-Time Customizer supercharges our blueprints. Now, what are blueprints? Blueprints are a template site that become the blueprint from which you may deploy future sites. So, the Real-Time Customizer allows you to define certain placeholders within your blueprint so that whenever you or your customer goes to launch a new site, you receive a tailored initial site. The Real-Time Customizer makes setting up new websites for your clients easier and faster than before. Now, a customer or someone from your team can directly fill in the most important business information for the site, and these will be instantly populated across your brand new site. This saves on the tedious work of replacing emails, names, addresses, and other common variables. So let's jump right in and see how it works. So our starting point is a deployed blueprint with our theme already installed on it. For this one, I'll be using WP Astra, but you can feel free to follow along using a new or existing blueprint. And we'll just come across into Elementor so we can define some key placeholders. So we'll just take Brian here, and we're going to replace this with name, and we're going to place it inside some curly brackets. So these variables can really be anything we like. It doesn't really need to be inside the curly brackets. It can be any type of string. Okay, so we're just going to define the other variable and we'll make this profession. Perfect. So these are the two variables that we're going to use for this blueprint just on the front end. So let's go back to the blueprint dashboard and click on Blueprints. And it's inside here that we will be adding placeholders for the real-time content customizer that we see here. So we can just add a placeholder here and we just go through each of the placeholders that we have defined. So the first one was name. So we'll just leave it at name. And we're going to put that in name. And then the suggested value, we'll make it something like John Doe. Perfect. And then we'll check the next one, and that was profession inside the curly brackets. So we will type in profession. And the placeholder, we'll put profession in there as well. And the suggested value, well, we'll keep it like this, freelance copywriter. Perfect. So you can do this for various pieces of information as you go through the entire template, but we recommend this to be a jumping off point, a tailored initial site. So changing in something like a name, a profession, adding in an email, a phone number, and maybe an address should be enough. So what we need to do is we need to come back here, we click update so that we actually push these changes live. And then we come inside here, we say yes, deploy a new blueprint version, and then we publish the blueprint. Perfect. So we have a field integrity checker here, and this makes sure that the placeholders are actually present within your blueprint. And as we can see here, all the fields were successfully found in the blueprint, so we don't just have placeholders there that don't exist. This customizer works across all elements, not just the theme copy. For example, I can edit the WhatsApp plugin. So let's come across to WhatsApp and go to Add New. And for this, what we're going to do is we're going to create an account number. So this is going to be some kind of default number, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that works perfectly with the Real-Time Customizer. And then we're going to just add in a little title, and this title really is a name. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the already defined name placeholder. So curly brackets name, and then we're just going to publish. And then we're going to go to the floating widget, choose it, and now this has been selected. This is exactly what we want. Perfect. So let's go back to the real-time content customizer, and we're going to add in a new placeholder. So we already have the name variable defined, so that's perfect. We don't need to go again, but we do need to create one for the phone number. So if we type in phone number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we can give the same suggested value. And then, happy as Larry, we say, perfect, this is what we want. Let's update the blueprint. The integrity of the fields will be checked. We have found these variables, so that's perfect. It's picked up the changes. And then, in order for us to actually be able to deploy off the site, we have to enter in our blueprint settings. So we want to make this blueprint shown, yes, and we want it to be public, so we don't want it private. And then we will call this the copywriter. Perfect. And we'll give a quick description. A beautiful copywriter's theme in WordPress. Something simple. And then we just attach it to a WooCommerce subscriptions hosting product. So we just click on Dolly product for this one. And we just choose a screenshot. We click update. And we are good to go, people. Bada bing, bada boom. So as we can see, we have our lovely blueprint here. But as the customer, we would first enter in the URL of our choice. So we'd type in client, hello world, content customizer. Perfect. And then we choose the blueprint that we want to actually deploy from. So let's click on this blueprint. Without using the real-time customizer, when launching a site, the only field you'll be asked for is the URL. Now, the real-time customizer provides the power to add additional fields whose data can be injected into the newly launched site. So for this, I can just enter in my name, Cormac O'Brien, and instead of a freelance copywriter, I will say I am a wordsmith. And I will also put in the phone number. Perfect. And now, as always, you still have these advanced options, so you can change out the username or the password. So we'll just keep it simple for the time being, and we'll click Launch New Site. And perfect, the site's been launched. So let's just go into the site and then we can see, hello, I'm Cormac O'Brien. I'm a wordsmith. Perfect, that's exactly what we wanted to define. So let's come along here to the WhatsApp plugin and we can see that my name has been swapped in. And if we click it, we can see the number. Perfect, so that worked exactly as intended. So that's how everything works. If you'd like to learn more about Dolly and how Dolly can be used for your website as a service type offerings, or even turning your custom WordPress products into subscription products that can be deployed en masse, please reach out to the Dolly team today.